This Builds and Brews update is powered by the Hop Concept Citra and Simcoe IPA. The Hop Concept is a brewery out in San Marcos, California. This is they've got a couple of series of Imperial IPAs. There's a Hop Concept, where basically they have different hops, and then there's another one called Hop Freshener series. This one is a solid 3.75 out of 5, I'd say. It's a pretty traditional West Coast IPA. You can taste the some pine hops, and so the Citra and Simcoe are there. Not my favorite, but definitely a solid IPA. So on to the update. Hello everybody, and welcome to the second update of my 172nd Bandai X-Wing fighter. We've got a bit of a better setup here from the first video, as I said on that the production value could only go up. So this is what we've got. I'll do a quick update, and I'll actually update the stuff I did in the first one, since I don't think it really translated well on my phone. So what you're looking at here are wings and some of the fuselage and interior. I'm working on, I got this one piece painted on the wing, light blue, and the fuselage, I'm working on the yellow, doing some chipping. I got some of the light blue done here. There's still a lot of panels to paint on this, so this is going to take a bit of time. This is the interior, part of the interior. Some of the controls I've got painted over here, and this piece actually you won't see because it's covered up, and right now it's not. I did some weathering, but I have to weather the colors, like the gold and the silver and the greens. They need to be weathered also. I did finally get some nice wash here. This is the Vallejo black wash. I got a whole set of different colors wash, so it's a lot darker than this. Is a Tester's black wash. I took 3 bottles and mixed them up because I was finding that each bottle was slightly different. But if you look at that versus this, the Vallejo is really pretty much a black. The Tester's black is more dirt, grime. So I still like the Tester's grime because it's more like dirt. And I would, if you're going to do something big like the Millennium Falcon that I have, the studio scale from the Agostini, I would get a bigger bottle and mix a bunch up, because I found from bottle to bottle the color changes, and it's kind of screwed me up on the Millennium Falcon because I ran out of one bottle and went to the next one, and the panels don't match because the grime is a little bit of more gray than black, or so I just decided to buy 3 bottles and just pour them in here, mix this all up, and this should be good for me. But this is a really nice black wash. Other things kind of go into from my first update. I'm going to move this out of the way and put kind of my finished board here. So down. All right, so over here, like I showed last time, we've got the little Luke Skywalker. I think you can see them here. His pilot seat is done. It's just a, I believe it was, what was it called? Khaki. And I did just a little bit of weathering in it, so you can see but you won't even see it once he's in there. You really can't see it. It's more for myself. This is the piece if I go back to the interior, so this piece here that I said you won't be able to see, because this is the top piece that actually slides over it once everything's put together. So basically there's where the R2 unit sits, and then this sits over it, and then you're able to kind of slide it back and see underneath it. You know, for all intents and purposes, you'll never see that in the display. And I plan on displaying this flying, so it's not going to be like a diorama where, you know, it's people are working on it. You know, it's going to be closed. But, you know, the stuff is there. I want to paint it. I want to weather it. I know it's there. So this piece is weathered now. I actually like the way that came out a lot. Again, this is the tester's black, more grime, and then some of the Tamiya Weather Master, the orange rust. I just take a little bit of that and powder around to kind of make it look more like the studio model. Had a lot of rust on it. So that's that. This is the rear end of the X-Wing. That's weathered. It looks a little dark right now compared to the side, but I'll be weathering the side also, so it won't be such a contrast of really white clean sides and a really dirty rear there. So and then the red panels are painted and weathered, chipped. I'm using this master mask, so before I paint its color, I dab a bunch of the master mask. Seems to work. I have to put a little effort in. I think I'm being not liberal enough on putting the master mask on, but this is kind of like the first time I'm using this method. So these are all the red panels here. And then some of the stuff that was done before, a part of the interior, the canopy, a little piece of blue that's on the engine cover, and then the actual intakes that have the chipping. So each one of these painted this. The blue that I'm using is Tamiya light blue XF23. So that's the blue that's on the canopy and on pieces of the hull and the wing. And then these are just the fans. I painted them like a gunmetal, and then did a quick light airbrushing of silver, and then hit it with some of the weathering paste. I probably will do a little more weathering on it. We'll see how it looks. You know, with that, you probably won't see much of it. But so other than I'm working on a little tiny R2-D2 head here. Just having some patience and just trying to fill in the little blue parts. But that's that. Really, that's where I'm at. It's just going to be a lot of masking and, you know, panels like on the wings. And I think the hardest thing it's going to be is, you know, the red 5 markings, these here. I'm not using the decals that it came with, so I've got to mask that somehow. So it's going to be, I'm not looking forward to it, but I want to do it. I want to challenge myself on that. So all right, that's my update. I hope this is a lot less nauseating than the first one that it was just my camera. This one, at least we've got a fixed video here. So thanks.